Welcome to the Dayton Children's Parade Spectacular and Lights. What a great night for a parade. I'm Kathy Stelzer-Peterson. I'm here with the very lovely and talented Holly Allen.
Sweet.
It is
Thank
so
you.
great to have you here.
It's great to be here with you.
It is a fabulous night for a parade, and we'll be spending this evening with you as this parade makes it through the heart of downtown Dayton.
Absolutely. We've already had a fantastic evening, a lot of fun, holiday entertainment. We just witnessed the lighting of the huge Dayton Holiday Festival tree in Courthouse Square, and she is a beauty, covered in 100,000 multicolored lights. That's a lot of lights.
It sure is, Holly, and now we're going to take it to the street and we're going to get the parade started. So sit back and enjoy. It is the largest nighttime parade in the region, and it's here in downtown Dayton.
Before we get started, as you can see it coming our way, we need to officially thank the partners and major sponsors of the 2017 Dayton Holiday Festival. It's a program of the Downtown Dayton Partnership, the City of Dayton, Montgomery County, and our presenting sponsor is DP&L.
Additional sponsorship support comes from CareSource, Fifth Third Bank, McAfee Heating and Air Conditioning, Big 106.5 FM, Hollywood Gaming, Dayton Raceway, Spectrum Reach, PNC Bank, Virginia W. Kettering Dayton Holiday Festival Fun. We want to thank all of our sponsors, and we especially want to thank DATV for putting on such a wonderful event. Absolutely.
It wouldn't be possible for all those supporters, the organizations who put this together. We say thank you to them because this is a big night for Dayton. You can see those flashing lights of the police motorcycles. They are headed our way. That's the signal that the Dayton Children's Parade is about to get underway. We hope you'll stay with us for the next hour as we kick off this holiday season here in Dayton, the Dayton region. We are downtown and the Dayton Holiday Festival. Here they come.
And it's so wonderful to see hundreds of people out here this evening for the parade. It's a little breezy, but the weather turned out really nice. So
It is.
Love to see so many people lining the street.
As far as the evening weather has gone for the last few years, I think this is the best we've seen in a while.
Absolutely. Look how great the lights look. From the City of Dayton Police Department, and right behind them we have the 82nd Airborne Flags and Color Guard. The General M.B. Ridgway chapter of the 82nd Airborne Division Association Color Guard has had the honor of leading the Children's Parade since it began 45 years ago, and we are so grateful for their service throughout the years.
It's amazing. It's been going on for 45 years.
Exactly, and a lot has changed downtown as far as the landscape. You know, we're here in front of the Benjamin and Marion Schuster Performing Arts Center, which used to be the Reich store back when I was a youngster growing up here and in Springfield.
Yes, and you can go inside there tonight and take a look at the displays that used to be in the windows at Reich's.
I'm so happy they have those for all of us to enjoy.
Yeah.
We have one of the vehicles also from the 82nd Airborne.
It's all lit up for the holidays.
Yes. A lot of cheering from the crowd. A lot of waving. And who is that? Is that Mickey Mouse
That's
over
Mickey
there?
Mouse over there.
It is.
Oh,
and
there's
that's
Minnie. There's Minnie.
Doing a little dance for us.
Everyone loves Mickey and Minnie. Now we're taking a look at the 45th annual parade banner. This is a thank you to Mrs. Virginia W. Kettering. We say thank you, as you mentioned, Kathy, this parade started 45 years ago by Mrs. Virginia W. Kettering to bring joy and the holiday spirit to all the children and the families of the Dayton region. So we say thank you to Mrs. Virginia W. Kettering, who certainly has left a mark on the Dayton region.
Oh, absolutely. And the Downtown Dayton Partnership banner just went by. The Dayton Holiday Festival is a program of the Downtown Dayton Partnership. Thank you to this wonderful downtown organization for all of its efforts in coordinating this fantastic event and parade. And a special note, the Greater Dayton Rowing Association, also be sure to take notice of all the volunteers that you see holding the sponsor banners in front of some of the parade units. The volunteers come from the Greater Dayton Rowing Association.
It's great to see them volunteering. You're taking a look right now. This is the cake float. As we've mentioned, this year we're celebrating the 45th anniversary of the Dayton Holiday Festival, believe it or not. And by the looks of the crowd here this evening, it appears that many, many families from throughout the Greater Dayton area are helping us kick off the holiday season with this wonderful downtown tradition. Now, even though Mrs. Kettering is no longer with us to enjoy the festival she created here, it is wonderful to know her spirit lives on in the many wonderful things she has done for our community.
And right behind the cake float, we have the TRSS Drum Corps. It is the return of the Scoom Squad, one of the best all-percussion drum corps out of Dayton, Ohio. People ask them why they do it, and they reply, because we love it. And it is clear the crowd loves this too.
Absolutely. We were listening to them before we got started on the parade here, Kathy, and they are fantastic. So take a listen.
And I know they were there for when the tree was lit here downtown, and then followed the route here onto 2nd Street to come into the parade lineup.
They're definitely livening up the crowd, that's for sure. We have people dancing, really enjoying the drum corps.
Again, that's the TRSS Drum Corps out of Dayton. Some very, very talented young people. Signal, they can move on. Oh, you can hear the crowd just loves that.
They are popular, that's for sure.
and the Dayton Fire Department ladder 14. In addition to being the longest ladder in the department, it also has a 1,500 gallon per minute fire pump, which is capable of flowing 1,000 GPM at a height of 100 feet.
Wow.
This ladder responds from Station 14 at the corner of Main Street and Fairview Avenue. And we appreciate their service so very much each and every day.
Sponsored by DATV. This is the North Pole float, and entertainment here is Baracha Valley. And of course, we saw the van there, Carl's Body Shop, driving this float. So thank you to Carl's and thank you to DATV for sponsoring this float. It looks like this is the Dancing Trees float. This is sponsored by DP&L. We saw that logo on the truck there. The Dancing Trees float is sponsored by DP&L. It's covered with energy efficient LED lights, of course. You can really tell the difference with those lights. DP&L is the presenting sponsor of the Dayton Holiday Festival, and we want to thank them for their generous support.
Oh, they sound great. And coming up behind them, we have the Montgomery County Sheriff. It is the patrol truck from the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. The Sheriff's Office provides a variety of police services to residents of Montgomery County. And did you know that they staff the Montgomery County Emergency Communications Center, which provides police, fire, and medical dispatching and telecommunications for 11 county agencies. Those calls are answered and meant to provide service to keep us safe. Sheriff Plummer and the men and women under his command have been doing a terrific job. We're pleased to have them represented here with us today.
Absolutely. You're looking now at the Gem City Obedience Dog Club. It's a group of dedicated dog-loving people who will gladly help you train your four-legged best friend. Oh, it's getting a little excited there. The club was founded in 1967, and since then it has been having a great time training people on how to train their own dogs in all phases of obedience and agility. The club also sponsors dog shows, agility trials, Earth Dog events, confirmation matches, pet therapy, and freestyle competition. The group also participates in public service events for responsible dog ownership. Oh, they've got them in lights and little outfits.
Always fun to see the dogs of all different sizes.
You can hear all the kids in the crowd. Oh.
And behind them we have the RTA bus. We want to give a warm welcome to our friends with RTA. This is their special holiday bus. Hopefully you are lucky enough to catch this fun holiday decorated bus sometime this season. We appreciate the services offered by RTA to get people where they need to go in the Dayton region.
What a cool bus. Well, and this is the Dancing Trees float. I think I jumped the gun a little earlier. This one is sponsored by DP&L. The Dancing Trees float is covered with energy efficient LED lights, and you can see the blue tinted lights here. You can really tell a difference between the LED and the old style of lights. DP&L is the presenting sponsor of the Dayton Holiday Festival, and we want to thank them for their generous support as always.
Absolutely. It's amazing the technology has come so far.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, Christmas decorations nowadays are so much different than they used to be, so much more energy efficient. When you touch the bulbs, they're not hot like they used to be. A lot safer.
Exactly. And we like that.
We like that, absolutely. As a mother of two small children, I absolutely like that.
You can appreciate that very, very much. Oh, those lights, they do look beautiful.
Very pretty.
And we appreciate DP&L.
joy.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Espero con felicidad.
And another favorite.
Of course. I recognize those guys.
That would be the Sesame Street float, sponsored by AAA. It is the AAA Safety Patrol Kids with some of our friends from Sesame Street. The Safety Patrol Kids are representatives from Dayton area schools who encourage safe activities in their respective schools. Let's watch as they come down Main Street. And speaking of Main Street, be sure to pay a visit to the Schuster Center at the corner of 2nd and Main Streets this holiday season. That's where you'll find the Tyke Shop, the animated Wonderland windows, and lots of other great family-friendly fun on the weekends throughout December.
Absolutely. You're looking now at the International Festival, the World Affair. The Dayton International Festival is comprised of more than 30 member organizations representing a variety of ethnic groups and countries from around the world. We're lucky to have influences from so many cultures here in the Dayton region.
You're so right, Holly. And right behind them, we have Dayton Fire Department Engine 17. This engine is a 2012 HME equipped with a 1,200 gallon per minute fire pump. This engine is one of the busiest engines in the city, responding from Station 17, averaging over 3,000 calls for service annually.
Wow.
And again, we thank all of the firefighters
Yes, we do.
for their service.
Well, next up, you're looking here at the Dayton Children's Hospital Mobile Intensive Care Unit. It is the only licensed neonatal and pediatric mobile intensive care service in the 20-county region it serves. Dayton Children's has 4 of these units. Each is equipped to handle the medical needs of the most critically ill children from birth through adolescence.
And now we have the Carnival Float by Chapel Electric. If you see the downtown Dayton Holiday Festival pole banners hung around downtown, know that Chapel Electric is responsible for hanging them all. Thank you, Chapel Electric.
Thank you. What a fun float that is. The Ferris wheel. Coming up next is the Antioch Shrine Indy Cars and Corvettes. This is always a favorite, but we want the team, all the crews here to back up because this is the unmistakable mini cars from the Antioch Shrine, and we know they like to make their rounds down Main Street.
They do an unbelievable job. They're amazing.
Waiting for those cars to get to us as the rest of the crew in front of them makes their turn up ahead on the parade route. And off they go, and you can see the cars in the distance. Here they come.
And always a fan favorite in any parade.
Absolutely. It is crazy how fast they can turn.
You think about how much practice they have to do
I know.
to get everything precisely right and go so fast.
They go so fast, but it looks incredibly fun, to be honest.
It does. It really does. And they make it look easy.
They do. Fact that they are having a blast as they're doing this. I can see the smiles on their faces. They're all giggling.
Right, because they know we're all jealous.
I know.
There they go. That's another cool vehicle.
Wow.
I think that's Captain America and Spider-Man.
How lucky are we to have both of them?
It's nice to see them have a night off.
Yeah. Just cruising around.
That's right. Keeping Dayton safe.
There goes some more Shriners. They have a calmer assignment.
I like their slogan, having fun and helping kids.
Seems that they're certainly living up to that, that
they are.
tagline.
Which one would you rather do, the cars or the little motorcycle?
I think the cars. I feel like my legs are too long for those motorcycles. And we have an elf on a motorcycle.
I think you're right.
You never know who the Shriners are going to bring with them. They have all the connections.
And here comes the Dayton Metro Library bookmobile with special passenger Pip, one of the library's mascots. Dayton Metro Library recently opened a beautiful new main library in downtown Dayton, open 7 days a week, with comfortable spaces, new art installations, expansive windows, even a couple of fireplaces. This holiday season, bring the family and stroll through an indoor forest with the Mitten Story Walk in the library's Opportunity Space, November 25th through December 30th. What a fabulous facility that is.
It absolutely is. If you haven't been to that new downtown library, I encourage you to go check it out. We're looking now at the Grandview Hospital Service Animals. The Grandview Pet Therapy Program at Kettering Health Network focuses on bringing smiles and comfort to the patients and staff of Grandview Medical Center. Wave hello to the furry friends and their handlers who all complete extensive training before visiting their hospital facilities. They do a lot of good for those who are in the hospital. It's always comforting to see a dog come in and just take a minute to pet them and relax a little.
It's amazing what a calming effect it can have on someone who maybe is battling a very difficult disease or surgery recovery. So, yes, we thank them for all that they do. And let's take a listen of the Horace Mann, actually it's the choir float, entertainment by Horace Mann Choir. This float is sponsored by Village Rental. And let's take a listen to this fantastic children's choir from Horace Mann Elementary.
Ranch proudly presents this team of 6 miniature horses. Are they the cutest things you've ever
they
seen?
are.
They've been participating in the Dayton Children's Parade for more than 10 years, and the horses just love showing off for the crowd. This unit is sponsored by the Dayton Rotary Foundation, so we say thank you to Dayton Rotary for your support and bringing us those adorable miniature horses.
And that is a fancy ride for our mayor, for our city commissioners. Looks like they're having a wonderful time.
They are riding in style. Those are beautiful horses.
Wow. So powerful and so elegant.
They are. What a way to go in the parade. Beautiful horses. We have some more beautiful horses coming up right behind them. These are the Cornerstone Belgians. And this is pulled by a Belgian draft horse hitch.
That definitely gets you in the holiday spirit.
It does, absolutely. Some very pretty horses through here. And there's a little guy.
That's Jamaica Stables in Germantown. Coming up now, I think. Is that right?
I think that was, we just saw him. He had Chewbacca, was
right.
the therapy pet
Right.
in the trailer there. We're looking now at old-time Clydesdales. These Clydesdales are pulling some Dayton City Commissioner, or a Dayton City Commissioner, Jeffrey Mims Jr. So he has another nice ride here in the parade. Off they go. More beautiful horses.
And 2 ladies I know very well coming
Yes,
up now.
you
The
do.
Hill and Hollow Farms. It is a 6-hitch Belgians and wagon. And this one is carrying Montgomery County Commissioners Debbie Lieberman and Judy Dodge. Again, what a wonderful display.
There's nothing like seeing such beautiful horses all lit up.
That's right.
Puts you in the Christmas spirit.
I think Commissioner Lieberman has one of her dogs with her.
I see that. How cute. I think they're trying to keep the horses spaced properly.
Oh, absolutely.
So they've been given the okay to move on. And up next from Rodeo Farm, sponsored by McDonald's, this unit showcases 6 halflingers and a wagon and is carrying a very special guest, Ronald McDonald.
Oh, there he is. He's coming up.
I don't see him yet. Oh, there he is. Ronald has on his winter gear. He's dressed for the season.
Definitely smart.
And this is Marty and Friends, sponsored by Arby's. Marty and Friends is kicking it up in the Wild West with this authentic-looking miniature stagecoach. It's driven by Kevin Whitmer, Marty, and his buddy Herc, and they will jingle all the way to a very old-fashioned family holiday. Look at those beautiful horses.
Oh, that's adorable.
Their little reindeer antlers on.
And then we have the Allen Stanley horse unit. This unit includes 2 Percherons and a wagon. And this float is sponsored by Vectren. And then we have the Cinderella Carriage Float, sponsored by P&R Communications. Thanks to P&R Communications, our parade coordinators and volunteers are able to keep the parade moving and running smoothly.
That is important.
It is. They need to communicate, and it is going very, very well. So we are appreciative of P&R Communications.
It is. A lot of moving parts. A lot of work goes into putting this together. You're looking now at a pirate ship float sponsored by Progressive Printers. Kathy, what's a pirate's favorite letter?
I don't know, Holly. What is it?
Well, you might think it's R, but actually it's the C, matey. I'll be here all night, in case you were wondering.
I can't wait for the next one.
I know, right? I'll keep them coming.
Well, I'll be honest, I hope my car is not illegally parked, because I'm sure that trucks just like this huge 40-foot long wrecker from Sandy's Towing will be called into service in the coming months as Old Man Winter arrives. For more than 50 years, Sandy's Towing has been braving all forms of weather to help motorists in need. And I must say that Sandy's has come to my rescue before. I'm so grateful.
They do a great job. Oh, the crowd liked that. Sandy's gave them a little honk. You're looking now at Christmas in the West Float, sponsored by PSC Crane and Rigging. Entertainment by Young Professional Choral Collective. Thanks to PSC Crane and Rigging for helping to cut down and transport the beautiful tree that you saw at Courthouse Square. They lit tonight. It's got to be a big crane to carry that tree. Enjoy some of the beautiful music here from Young Professional Choral Collective.
Check out the Pink Ribbon Girls and their fire truck. Their mission is to ease the minds of those affected by breast cancer and other women's reproductive cancers. We are so grateful for the work that they do, because each and every one of us knows someone who has gone through this.
That is absolutely true.
Support is definitely a huge part of the recovery. So thank you to the Pink Ribbon Girls. You can see by the fire truck how many organizations support them, and that is so great to see.
It is full of logos. That is nice to see so many organizations and businesses support the cause. Right behind the Pink Ribbon Girls is One Horse Sleigh, the float, sponsored by Fifth Third Bank. Please welcome these Fifth Third Bank employees and their families. Our special thanks to Fifth Third Bank for their sponsorship of this float and of the street fair on 3rd, which provides free carnival rides during the grand illumination. And say hello to Dayton Dragons mascot. That's Jem.
It is Jem.
That is Jem. We saw her earlier. Kathy got very excited. So we're happy to see her again.
So excited to see her. She's waving right at us, Holly.
Right as she saw you, Kathy.
And now the Sugar Plum Shuttle, sponsored by PNC. The Pedal Wagon is running this Sugar Plum Shuttle on Fridays and Saturdays through December. Make sure you hop on board this free downtown shuttle and get some complimentary hot cocoa.
Oh, you can't beat that. Looks like a nice ride.
It looks like a ball. I've seen this going around town.
They're having fun. This is the Johnson's mini tow truck. It looks like the only thing this truck could tow is the Shriner's miniature car, but hey, it can definitely move.
Oh, and this is one of my favorites. Check out that awesome Batmobile from Carl's Body Shop. Will you look at that?
That is a cool car.
That brings back a lot of memories from my childhood.
I can see you driving something like that in high school.
Love
Kathy.
it. I think Batman is actually driving it.
Batman is driving it.
And
Robin's
Robin.
in the passenger seat.
Oh my gosh.
Wouldn't have it any other way. That is a cool car. Right behind it is the Night Before Christmas float. This is sponsored by Spectrum Reach. I think the Carl's towing truck scared the crowd here behind us. I hope you had time to stop by the Spectrum Reach Holiday Village in the lobby of the Kettering Tower this evening to dial an elf. Kids who did so were able to tell one of Santa's elves their holiday wish list. What a privilege to get to directly tell the elves what you'd like for Christmas.
Because they have the ear of the big guy, the important guy.
Well, they're making the toys, right? So that's who you want to get to.
I think you're absolutely right. The Ohio garrison of the 501st Legion and the Great Lakes base of the Rebel Legion are volunteers who use the wearing of the screen-accurate costumes to help raise money for charity as well as promote Star Wars in their local communities. By far, one of my greatest floats of all time. I love these characters.
They have the whole crew.
We got a stormtrooper coming to us right now.
Not gonna lie, I got a little frightened when the stormtrooper came right at us, but
coming right for
he
us.
was coming right for us.
Oh my gosh, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi.
We're looking at the Winter Wonderland float sponsored by Big 106.5 FM. Entertainment on this float is Gwen Brown. So wave and say hello. We have radio personalities Kim Ferris, who we love, and Dave Alexander. Hi guys! On the float, they are representing iHeartRadio and Big 106.5 FM, your Christmas music station.
And make sure you come downtown this season to watch the Dayton Ballet and Orchestra perform the annual Nutcracker. This is the Nutcracker Float, sponsored by Dayton Performing Arts Alliance, with entertainment by the Dayton Ballet.
More excitement headed our way with the Wayne High School Marching Band. The Wayne High School Marching Band and Warriorettes is a non-competitive show-style marching band. The 130-member group performs at every Wayne football game, and they can be seen at parades and festivals throughout the Miami Valley. The Pride of Huber Heights is under the direction of Mrs. Kristen Showers with Assistant Director Ms. Susan Chambers. Let's take a listen.
Talented young people.
They are, and that is a large marching band. They pack a punch.
And we know how hard they work. And let's give a big Dayton Holiday Festival welcome to our friends from CareSource. This float is carrying CareSource employees and their families. We want to give special thanks to CareSource for the magic glasses that we are all wearing, which magically turn all of the twinkling lights into snowflakes. And you can see those in the crowd, that people have those, but we are so excited to have CareSource, not only in the parade and as a sponsor, but in our community.
We are very fortunate to have them here. They do so much for the Dayton region, and we thank them.
And they have a big expansion here in downtown with a new facility.
Building is underway. If you come downtown, you can see them. The work has begun. They've really transformed the downtown area in the last few years.
It's good to see so many of their employees out celebrating with us tonight. They call this the White Fence Float.
And who could possibly be behind CareSource?
You know, it
Kathy?
makes me wonder.
Well, I think I see who it is. Here he comes, the man we have all been waiting for, all the way from the North Pole. It's Santa Claus!
And the crowd is going crazy. They're so excited to see him.
It is officially the holiday season now that Santa and Mrs. Claus are here. And they brought the reindeer, the whole crew.
They sure did. But you see, they didn't bring the elves because the elves are busy at the North Pole.
The elves are
They're
busy.
answering the phones and they're making toys.
That's right, they're answering the phones and making the toys.
And we want to again thank CareSource. It is their float that is bringing in Santa and Mrs. Claus.
Thank you, CareSource. Wendy Stiver, the Dayton
Yes.
police major, just ran by.
Keeping all of us safe.
Yes.
I am Kathy Stelzer-Peterson. We want to thank you for joining us for the Dayton Children's Parade this year. We had a wonderful time. We saw so many amazing floats. It was good to have you here, Holly.
It's been a lot of fun. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it.
And we hope that you'll support DATV throughout the year. We thank them for putting on this production. Have a great holiday season.